So a common question we get from teachers and from parents is, what do we do when a student makes an error when they're reading on an irregular word or a tricky word? Well, the answer is not actually too dissimilar to any other word. So let me show you an example. So here we have lots of regular words. We have squid, we have drag, we have help. So the student should be able to decode and blend those words. But down here we have the word says, and that's actually what we would call an irregular word, because in this word the AY is representing the eh sound. We don't actually say says, we say it as says. And so that might be something that students get stuck on. So let's say students get to this word and they do something like said the squid. So maybe they had a guess and they said past tense, said the squid. Again, we want to say, hang on a minute, look at the word that's not the word said, let's read it again, because we want to divert their attention back to the word. So that we're going to ask them to read it, and let's say they say something like says the squid, and they don't correct themselves, they say says the squid. Our first response might be, is that how we say it? Does that sound right to you, says the squid? Because what we want them to do is to use their vocab knowledge to adjust what that word could sound like. And that's something that we call mispronunciation correction. So says, and then often students will go, oh, says the squid. And so the reason why we want students to do that is because that's a really important skill that they can carry with them to try and figure out lots of other irregular words that they're going to read in the future. So says, oh no, it's says. And so that's a really good thing to do. Let's say they're really stuck and we say, oh, does that sound right? And they shrug at us and they say, yep, sounds right to me. We'd say, okay, can you try this? Those two letters there, that's the eh sound in this word. This is a tricky word. So let's try it with the eh sound. So let's say the student has a go, s, eh, z, and they go back to says. We say, okay, my turn, ready? S-ez, says. Now you try. S-ez, says, and then they have a go. So it might feel like a long way around to get to the end, but that's what we want to do. Even if it means that we spent a bit of time on that word and we go, you know what, let's read this page tomorrow because we worked so hard already, that's fine. Because actually that time that we spent on that word, making sure that the student is focusing on using those decoding skills, means that they're probably going to get that word right when they read it next time. And it means that we're teaching them some really important lifelong skills that help them read lots of irregular words in the future. So happy reading with your irregular words.